Stampers, this is Gigi with Stamp FUNatics, and welcome to week 5 of my 12 weeks of Halloween. And today I have this cute fall card. Again, I'm just thinking of pumpkins. I'm looking forward to the fall coming. Love the fall weather. It's almost my favorite season. I don't know, I'm kind of cross between spring because I love all the freshness and newness of spring, but I love all the golden warm colors of fall. So this card is one of my favorites because it's got a lot of those deep fall colors. So what we're going to be using today for this card is we're going to use a piece of our very vanilla cardstock, and you can use the thicker one if you have it because it's great for card base. I'm also going to be using our Spooky Night Designer Series paper, and I've cut this 4 wide and 2.5 down, and that's going to go for the bottom of our card there. And then I'm also going to be using our Grown with Love and Garden Grown framelits. I love this set. This is the wagon that we're going to be taking out of there today. You could put some of these fall things, pumpkins and gourds and things in them, but I wanted to show you our pretty designer paper. I've shown you this before, that you can actually take your patterned pumpkin, and this is called Pattern Pumpkins Thinlits, and you can cut out all these great pumpkin shapes. A lot of them, the dies match this. Like for this card, I used the long one on this pumpkin, and then the very small one I used on this little tiny guy here. And then, let's see, the other ones, there's this shape that can go on there. And let's see, what else did I use? Oh, that guy. Okay, and then there's this one. Let's see, that can fit on him. So you don't have to do any of the fussing cutting. You can just run these through your Big Shot. So to save some time, I've already done that. So I have my 4 pumpkins right here that we're going to be using in our wagon. Aren't they cute? And they just cut out so nicely with the dies. It's so fast. So I'm going to put those aside for a minute. Then I also used a piece of our Daffodil Delight, and I used my largest stitched framelit. These are the stitch shapes. You get circles and ovals and squares. I used the largest one to cut out a piece of Daffodil Delight with my Big Shot, ran it through. I'm saving time again by just not doing that at the moment, but I will show you the Big Shot when we get to another part of our video. So when we go to cut out our wagon, we'll actually use our die. So let me get ready and we will start our card. Okay, so I'm going to be using Cajun Craze ink when I go ahead and stamp my wagon on a piece of very vanilla cardstock. So first I think I'm going to just put on the bottom of our card. So let's use some snail. And just go ahead and add that on. Now I didn't go right to the bottom of the card, I kind of centered it, equal amount from the sides and around the bottom there so you can see. Okay. And then the next part I'm going to do, I can go ahead and add this circle. So I'm going to use some of my dimensionals, and I am going to pop this up. I just thought it gave it a little more dimension and really looked nice. And it kind of reminds me of a great big moon. Don't you love the Halloween moons if they happen to be full? It's just, I don't know. I love that look. So we're just going to add him right about there, off to the side a little bit because I do want to leave room for these gorgeous black rhinestones that we have. Look at them. Aren't they great? So, all right, let's see. The next thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and stamp our wagon. So let me get a piece of, I have a little scrap here. I don't think I'm going to need too much. I'm going to go ahead and ink him up. And this, again, is Cajun Craze. Okay. And then I'm going to take him and put him through the Big Shot. I love when framelits match. It just makes life so much easier. Okay, I'm just going to circle him right on there. That looks pretty good. Let's get a little straighter. There we go. All right, and then we're just going to put him through. And there you have it. We've got our nice little wagon all cut. So easy. Now while I have the big shot out too, I did want to cut my other piece. So let me go ahead and do that with you. And that is on the card, this little piece of pumpkin pie that I use, this cardstock. And I used my scalloped, the smallest one, in my framelits of ovals. I use the smallest one to cut that out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now another alternative for you, since you have the stitched framelits, if you do have these, you could also probably use the smallest one of these. I liked a little bit of a scallop look, so I did change it up, but it's whatever you have on hand. Feel free to use that. Okay, so that part will be ready when we need it. And that's what it looks like. Okay, the next part we can do is assemble. So what I did was I did put these on dimensionals so I could slide pumpkins behind it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I put one on each wheel. And then I just cut along one of the edges and took just a longer piece for maybe the middle there. I really didn't worry about the handle because there is a pumpkin that I do want to put behind the handle there. So I didn't worry about that one yet. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put it right about there. Okay. Then I just took a little bit of snail. Let me get my silicone mat so I don't make a mess all over. And I put a little bit, just about 3/4 of the way down. As you can see, it kind of goes off the top of the card there, so I didn't want it to stick. And I just put a kind of on an angle. Let's see if we can get them kind of behind there. And then our next one, I just put a little bit of snail again and kind of layered him on top. Let's see if we can get him down right about there. Then I took this one, and let me take a quick look again. Yes, I just used snail. And I just put him sort of overlapping a little bit like that. And then my cute little guy, I did pop up. Let's see. Nope, that's snail too, sorry. Okay, and I just added him sort of to the front. A little bit over the handle there. Okay. Then we can go ahead and add our pretty black rhinestones. And what I used here, let's see what size. I believe it was this size, yes. So I'm just going to go ahead and put those down in a row and just kind of equally space them if you can. And what's good about these is you can always move them over a little bit. Don't push them down too far until you have them exactly where you want them. And I think maybe over even just a little bit more. Oh, might be too much. Oh. Okay, there we go. All right, that looks pretty good. And then I want to show you how I did my cat. Again, in the Spooky Night paper, we have all these great cats. So I used the black one, and no fear, we have the black punch that coordinates with it. It's a set that you can get as a bundle and save 10%, or you can just get the punch. It's up to you. I do like the whole stamp set though, and that's how easy that is. And I took him and I did put him on dimensionals also. And then I did tie some twine that I had. Now this is expired, it's already retired, but it was kind of an orange and black, which I happen to love. So I wanted to use it up. And so I used this mixture of the orange and the black to tie on his bow. But you could use, let's say, the orange cat, and we do sell the black twine, and you could tie a bow on him. That would look great. Or on the black, we also have our Cajun Craze, which is another beautiful fall color that we could tie a bow on him. But for today, I'm just going to do the same one that I did before. But there are other alternatives I just wanted to let you know in our catalog. It's in the annual catalog. You can look in there and you'll decide what color you'd like to use. And then you have your variety of the colors of the cats so you can coordinate. So just let me cut that down a little bit. And then I'm just going to use a little glue dot. Oops, one on the glue dots here. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a glue dot and roll it a little bit because this is a tiny, tiny bow. Let's just roll it up with my finger and then get that on there. Whoops. And then I'm just going to put them right on the cat. Maybe that's a little too big. You can always adjust it down. And I might just leave it that long. I actually like that. Okay, then the next part is we're going to take our stamp and our black memento ink. Okay, we're going to take our Hello Fall. Now this saying I actually got from our Merry Cafe. This is a new stamp set that'll be starting out tomorrow, September 1st. I'm so excited. And I just used this portion of it where it said Hello Fall. I didn't use its pumpkin spice season. And let me show you how I blocked that out. Now, this is sort of a rounded stamp, if you can see like this. Let me get some more light on it, or get the light out of it. How's that? You can see it kind of curves. So all I do, I love these photopolymers, is I kind of stretched it more straight. And I just kept playing with it until I got it where it's pretty straight on there. And then I'm going to take some of my washi tape, find the end, and I'm just going to block off the other part of the saying that I don't want, so I can just have the Hello Fall. So how you do that is you're just going to cover the rest of the saying like that. All right, so the only thing you're going to see is the Hello Fall. I'm going to ink them up. Okay, that looks pretty good. And I'm going to get a piece of very vanilla cardstock. Now here's the trick. Remember to take this off, otherwise you're going to have a big smudge. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp it. All right, I think that'll still work because I'm going to cut it out anyway. And so I'm just going to take my scissors and cut along the Hello Fall. No, that's still smudged. I don't like that. Okay, let's try this again. I'm gonna take my washi tape, and this is the reality of stamping. It does happen. Let me get a better stamp for you. Okay, so I went ahead and did another one and cut it out, and then I'm just gonna put it on my piece of pumpkin pie, and again I'm going to use my dimensionals. Okay, let me cut, I guess, a small edge again because this isn't that wide, just to make sure it's going to fit okay. I'll do one there, and I believe this other one will fit right there. There we go. Okay. And then we're just going to put it right in the middle. And then I'm attaching this with dimensionals also. Okay, bring back in my card, and we're just going to put him down by the bottom there. Okay, and that's our card. Isn't he cute? And just, doesn't it make you ready for fall? Want wagon loads of pumpkins and gourds? I love it. If you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator, and you can shop with me at StampFUNatics.com. Mention comments that you saw me on my 12 weeks of Halloween, and I'll have a little something special as a thank you. Have a great day. Thanks.